Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down, set.
On play action, Young. And incomplete to open things up. You look at the Saints defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Here we go, set, ready.
Young will set to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Let's go now. Fight, black, go red. Set.
Young now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Panthers.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Panthers at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ready?
Here's Young. Finding room in midfield. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Here we go.
They go play action. Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Young to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Young to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Arises on the punt here as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Looking to put a drive together.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cowboys.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
18 Pioneer. Steady.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That's going to be caught by Withers.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. You look at this Carolina defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Pryor.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team.
Touchdown, Carolina!
Jaden Blue with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point off and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed it pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Pryor.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Lad McConkey,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame.
Point after.
It was on me.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And it is still early. Just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Black shot. Blue striker. Set.
Looking to throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
18, 5 in.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Crap goal 80.
Looking to throw. Pryor.
They'll swing this out to Henderson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw again.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what the offense did there, trying to spread the defense out with a 5-receiver formation. But give the defense credit. They stayed their spot and were able to disrupt the catch and force the ball to the turf.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. David Njoku, 69 yards. And the Panthers have regained the lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film, that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Jason Sanders set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this one over the back line of the end zone, where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've got fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Panthers 60, 18 rattling.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Bobcat, 60 bucks.
Back to throw. Pryor. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Will also be yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
43 rails. Yellow, blue, green jack. Stick, left rail, yellow. Ready?
Young to throw it this time. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. 33. Check Fury. Shot. 17. Set.
Throwing. Young. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 45. Wide. Slide. 97. Set.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now 3rd down and 7.
Red. Cycle. 52 blue.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Come on, set. Field, black. 10 black. Trouble, 38. Ready.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Right. Set. Ready. Red, 38. Slide blue. Ready.
Now here's Young. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Yellow, 20. Ready.
Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
Let's go now. Hey, red. Block 40. Black shot. Hut, hut.
Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Emeka 26 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Pryor. He's got him in. That's Bond. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Gain of 29 yards. First down, Saints.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the end zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Okay, ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Garnett. Panthers 60. Panthers 60.
Looking to throw. Pryor.
That one complete to McConkey.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, run with Henderson.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Wyatt. Go.
Operating from the gun. Pryor. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Claws red. Green jack. Red. Cycle. Ready.
Following the interception, Young. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Saints 18.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
at the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
52 blasters.
And he swallowed it right near the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
To throw, Young.
Right back to Njoku.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
Saints 20-yard line.
Hey, red. Go big. Set.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready?
3rd down and 1. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
The play fake, now Young. Now a run here off the RP. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Emeka Buka.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And the Saints first down.
That's It's taken in by Bond. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Come on. Set. Coming up. Hawk 7, 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw. Pryor. And he's got it. Touchdown.
I'm not doing that.
Lad McConkey. His second touchdown of the game. His third on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Saints 25.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They begin with a carry for Blue. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here. On second. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Come on, set. 33, yellow. Ready.
Young. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
46-yard line.
Garnett. 19 Tiger.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Pryor. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80. Let's go.
Back to throw. Pryor. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Young to throw it. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, green.
Looking to throw, Young. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Young working out of the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This is not fully over yet. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Pryor. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play out.
Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Yep, check. Trouble, 38. Up, check. Black swap. Set.
First down, and they go right back to blue. Takes it to about the 37. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll try and run again with blue.
37-yard line.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Panthers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Shot, 17. Hut.
Young now. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
60 back. Here we go.
Back to throw. Pryor. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
Let's go now. Red alert. 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hurt. Street. Check out.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the shotgun, they run with Henderson. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one. to seal a victory for them.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Once again, it's Henderson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things are definitely going south quickly as they